Well, when they said that the weather was going to turn a lot warmer, they weren't kidding. The sun has certainly got its hat on today. Temperatures are 25 degrees, even down here on the coast, so it must be very, very warm inland. But anyhow, welcome to Norfolk. There we are again on one of Bill's garden walkabouts. And for those people who like to see a few flowers, I'll just give you a couple of quickies of Wendy's sweet willies. They're starting to get past their best now, but they have been nice. And I should have took a picture yesterday because they were covered in butterflies yesterday, and they might even be later on today. But yeah, they certainly put on a good show. Several different colours in there. Plenty of fruit on the trees. Look, I'll have to thin them out in another week or so. Otherwise we'll have, like the tomatoes, loads of little ones and not enough big ones. But yeah, so here we go then. Hold tight. We're now off on one of those garden walk-arounds. Start off in the same place near the two little raised beds. This one's got carrots. Second sowing of radish. Red beet in there, which we have pulled a few today. Just to and some lettuces in the back there, struggling for a bit of room, but surprisingly enough, they do make good lettuce in here. But I think a lot of it is, that's why there's so much tops on these carrots, is because it's neat compost, because there's everything in there what the plants want. So you really don't need to feed them. Just make sure they get watered, and that's about it. Right. This way here, parsnips in the front and onions at the back. Now these onions are really starting to fill since this sunny weather's come on. See them there, look, they're really starting to swell now. So hopefully we'll have a good crop of onions this year. But you know, I mean, really, for what you buy onions for, they're not always worth growing. But if you get them and hang them, let them dry, so they're nice and strong, then can't beat them. You won't buy onions like them anyway. Quick pop in the greenhouse. Tomatoes are all doing very well. No red ones or nothing on there yet. You did see during the week I took the tops off. Look. Now they're all now hopefully going to start doing the main job now and producing tomatoes. Nice little bunch on there, look, which with a bit of luck should soon start turning red, and we should be having the first tomatoes. Look at the yellow ones on here, they're going to have lots on there by the looks of them. Fingers crossed. Cucumbers. Said to you about nipping them little bits out so that when corners shoot. Look, if you look in there, you'll see a first little flower coming on that one, and down there the same. So I'll try to restrict these to 8 cucumbers per plant, and then you don't get loads of little ones, and you know, they all turn out quite nice. They are the ones that are supposed to taste like melons, but we'll see. Big tomatoes, big beefy tomatoes. They're certainly looking big beefy tomatoes, but no sign of any of them going red yet. A bit green on the top, but hopefully they'll be okay. First time I've grown them, I don't know whether I'll bother again next year. But we'll see how they go anyway. That's all you can do, is try these things. Right folks, there we go now. Runner beans. I've been doing the same with them. You see, if you look along the top there, I've nipped the tops out of them. So now they'll start bushing out. You can see they're sending out these little runners everywhere. And the one down here, look, all I do is when they get big enough, just tie them in, just wrap them in, they'll go. Another one down here. Just put them over towards where they're growing up. Couple of twists, anti-clockwise, they'll go. They'll be alright. You see lots of flowers coming on there now, so hopefully that means lots of beans. Right, over this side now we got leeks, a few more red beet through the middle, parsnips, carrots and red beet on the end there. We did give them a bit of a thin out this morning as well and take a few out of there. As you can see, that's why they're trapped under the net. I'll have to lift that up and see if I can tuck them in a bit better than that. I made a very good job of that, have I? Polytunnel took the rest of the them early potatoes out this morning, so I shall bit of fish blood and bone on there and give it a fork over, just make sure there's no more taters in there. It's a bit hot this morning anyway, so I ain't going to do it today. Give it a bit of a level off, firm it down a little bit, and we'll have a few more red beet, carrots and a few more lettuce in there, which will take us a bit later into the year. Right, dwarf French beans, there we go. They're coming into flower. We'll have them. Usually they go straight in the freezer. I think she used the last of what we had, so they'll be ready to go. Carrots over here ready, we're using them. Red beet over here ready, we're using them. Pulled a few radishes out of there this morning. The cabbage in there I don't see ready, so yep, everything's coming on nicely. Everything's growing just nicely at the moment. Here we go again. Now, I did notice in here that there they are, look, down the bottom there, look, see that? I've got some beautiful collies in there, lovely and white. Yeah. Nice big heads. What we'll do one day during the week, we'll have them out and they'll probably be frozen, I should think, before they start to go too yellow. See them in there. Beautiful heads on them. There's 4 or 5 of them as you go across there, but we'll have to take these outside ones out first about to get to them. Sprouts, yeah, should be alright for sprouts. They're nice and tall. I've had to take the net off because they were pushing the net off. And I've had to take it off. Still got potatoes growing in there. Look, just can't get rid of them buggers. Cabbages, yeah, we got cabbages ready. Hearting up in there. Look, we won't be short of greens. That's one thing. Peas. I'm hoping some peas tomorrow. I'm hoping I'm going to have some peas tomorrow. I think I'm going to do a barbecue tomorrow and get some nice fresh peas. Got some nice fat pods on there, so hopefully we'll get a few off them tomorrow. All in there. Look. Yeah. Hopefully they'll come okay. One thing I am surprised about this year, and I'm quite pleased actually, is the amount of blackberries they're going to be. The blackberries are absolutely covered. They are, so there's going to be no shortage of blackberries this year, so looks like blackberry jam could be on the recipes. Certainly hope so. Nothing better. There's loads of them. Look. And whether it's because they were late, at one time. I got a red carrot in there every year. I keep saying I'm going to move that, but that's about as far as they get. But there you go, every year that throws out a few fruits. Look, some more down there. They'll be ready shortly. More down there. Look, every year I keep promising to move it, and that's about as far as I get. Right. This is where my old hens used to be. By now they'd have been running to the gate. They'd have been going on. Where's me dinner? Potatoes. Look at that lot. We've dug a couple of roots out of there, and I'll be quite honest with you, they're really, really nice potatoes. They're Hungard, the early ones. And we've had a couple of roots of the Hungard, yeah, and they are lovely. Quite a few on the roots as well, so there's something I'll be thinking about for next year. Fruit trees up here. Apples, once again, plenty on there which will need thinning. I need to thin them out a little bit, and some of them little summer bulbs I put round the bottom, look. Yeah, and they're coming to flower. As I chucked a packet of sort of wildflowers at the back there, but what I'm going to do, I've got some wallflower seed, and I'm going to put some wallflowers in the back there, and once they're done, then I'll have a nice show of wallflowers. And next door's dog, that's all that does is bark, that's about all that's good for. The little rhubarb down there, they're growing at long last. I won't have any off this year, I won't bother touching that this year, I'll let that go for this year. And give it a good old feed up, and get a bucket over the top in the spring next year, and hopefully we'll have some rhubarb. There you go, I don't know what that little blue flower is down there, look, but that's one of the weed seeds. Wallflower. Yep. Right, what we got left? Not a lot now, I don't think. Courgettes. Yeah, I've got several courgettes off them, and plenty of flowers on there, so still several to go by the looks of it. Squashes, they're going all over the place. I'll just let them run. As long as they don't get in my way, they'll be alright. Even down the bottom there, look, we've got blackberries. Blackberries everywhere. And then, what we got on here? Right, we got the sweet corn, which is now standing high. That's growing good. I've got a few, I did put the worst of the plants down the outside there, and you can see really at the end of the day, unless they're good looking plants, you're better off not even bothering putting them in. But they're growing good, so we ain't got a problem with them. Couple of outdoor cucumbers. They're loving this weather. They're starting to go up. I'll have to keep an eye on them. And the strawberries. Keep getting an odd little handful of strawberries off them. Still no sign of the white ones yet though. They've been in flower, but they must be a bit later than the others. But they'll be there. They'll be ready. And back out around the back of the onions. And that's about it for this trip. So hope you have a good day. We're going to have a barbecue this afternoon, so looking forward to some nice new potatoes, radishes, lettuce, and a few red beet. So yeah, we'll be okay. We're getting there. So anyhow, bye from me, and I shall catch you all later. Bye bye. Bye bye from Norfolk.